Okay, what's happening YouTube? We're back with the fucking vlogs. It's been a minute. I know. I'm sorry. No one actually gives a shit, but I'm sorry to myself, I guess. I need to fucking get consistent, and I'm gonna be. But I've been locked in. I've been so locked in that, as you can see from the title, I've earned more in 1 month than I did in a fucking year at my old job. So I'm gonna talk you through it. I'm gonna try and keep it quick. I don't want to bore you too much, but how did I get into high ticket sales? Is it a scam? Is it worth it? Is it even good? Like, do you even enjoy it? Or is it just you get to travel and you work remotely, that's why you like it? I'm going to try and answer them for you quickly. So, I started 2 years ago. I went to uni, got a grad job, got a first business and marketing. Don't know if it counts, but no, of course it does. So look, went to uni, got a grad job, did that for a couple of years, and it just weren't for me. I ain't gonna bore you too much with like why I didn't like it or whatever, but it just weren't for me. And maybe it was the company, maybe it was having somebody else in control of like my time and freedom, but yeah, it wasn't aligned. So I started off as an appointment setter. I literally found it on Instagram. I think my mate might even sent it to me. But I knew I wanted to get into this high ticket sales world. I didn't really know what it was, but I just knew I wanted to be part of it. It was going to give me the life that I wanted, and it has. So I literally swiped up to an Instagram story. A guy called James Blackwell, he's a UK entrepreneur, just like recruitment, whatever, AI. And I was messaging back and forth with this guy on his team, like the recruitment guy, and honestly, I must have sent him 11 emails. Like, he didn't get back to me for half of them. And I was like, I just need to get out of this corporate job. Like, I need to do something. He got back to me, jumped on a Zoom call. I don't know if he thought I was a fucking idiot or something, but jumped on a Zoom call. Then he was, oh shit, all right, let's do it. And hired me on the spot. He actually thought I was too overqualified for it, which I probably was at the start. But yeah, start as a setter. And the main goal of being an appointment setter is then go and close. So did the setting for a year. Unfortunately, wasn't an opportunity to close. If I stayed for an extra 6 months, maybe, but after a year of setting, you kind of want to move on and start closing, because that's where you're closing the deals, right? You're collecting the credit card information, and you're getting a deal from a set is good, but like closing a deal on your own, that's times 10 the feeling. So that was always the North Star, and we got there. So I didn't just swipe up and find this new offer that I'm on right now, and I've been on since I started, which is kind of rare, to be honest. You know, a lot of people offer hop, and I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to find something that was going to be secure and consistent. And I guess I was pretty lucky, but you create your own luck, like you do. And I get, like, I'm not going to go too much into like my situation, family. Like, I'm in a good spot, but I still stepped outside that comfort zone. I told my whole family that I was, still working at this job and going into the office and whatever, and like I was doing this for 3 months before I told anybody. And then I put my first like 3-4k check, what do you call it, pay slip on the table, and they were like, yeah, okay, fair enough, there's something in it. Some believed, some didn't. It's just the way it goes. And I knew they would have taught me how to do it, leaving the pension, this secure job, like opportunity to get promoted, you know what I mean, like, and it was the best decision I ever made. So I did it, and I didn't tell them until like 3 months in. So yeah, as I said, was there for a year, and then wanted to move on and get into a closing role. And that was when I invested into myself. And bearing in mind, I'm earning like 2 to 4k a month. I've got to pay for like rent because I moved out at that point, and I'm not swimming in cash. Some months I even got like 1,500, 2k, and like it obviously wasn't enough. Some months I'd do like 5 or 6, but I guess it levels out. Anyway, I invested into myself a few $1,000s, pounds, whatever, and it was so scary, but I did it. And the guy that I invested in, not only did he teach me how to close even better, but he also gave me access to his network of people in the space, and he set me up with different interviews, and there was like different opportunities I could apply to. And anyway, my first call, again, it was lucky, but if I hadn't invested in myself and stepped outside the comfort zone, it wouldn't have happened. So I had this call, and this guy was like, yeah, you closed before, and he's a good guy, and he's just joined the offer that I'm on again now. He was the manager who left. Anyway, he basically said, have you closed before? And I said, yeah, I've done loads. I've done a year, and I pretended that my setting experience was the closing, because I would have probably not got the opportunity if I did that. Anyway, took my first call. I remember I got to the end of the call, was collecting the credit card details. I was shaking a little bit with my voice. I remember like it was like so clear. And then he was like, oh, I got to think about it, because he could sense that I was a bit nervous, because it was the first time I ever took fucking credit card details. Anyway, put that to bed. Call 2, 3 and 4 all closed them. It was a hat trick. My first deal ever, I got a hat trick on my second day of closing. So I was like, okay, there's something in this. I've just earned like $1,000 in one day, rather than like a month. So that's my journey, right? I've literally started off as a setter from an Instagram story. I then invested into myself with the little money that I did had. Got, into the right rooms. You have got to pay to play, and like that's the game. You haven't always, because like obviously I started off as a setter, but if you want to kind of export that journey and get there in like 6 to 12 months, then you have, until people are paying you to have access and be in these rooms. I mean, it's not like new. It's investing into the right people who have done this for 5, 10, 20 years before you, and you're just learning their knowledge in a short amount of time, and there's value in that. That's why people pay. So anyway, I've been on this offer for the past 7 months now, and again, I've been pretty blessed to have an offer that has been stable. It's not perfect. Like for example, we've got like 2 million followers on Instagram, and the account's been shut down. So this week I've had like no calls. But like I know I'll make up for it next week, and then obviously next month and the month after. So yeah, I think if I'm going to try and get you to take anything from this video, is like, don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone, because we grow in discomfort. That's an obvious one, right? The human mind, it's wired to just stay the same, and like it doesn't like change. It's got your survival at the forefront. So you've got to be able to make decisions. You've got to, don't be an idiot about it, but like make decisions despite feeling this fear and this uncertainty, because you're never going to be 100% certain until you've done something and you've seen it, and you see the numbers coming in, you see the results, you see the goals being achieved. So step outside your comfort zone and fucking invest into yourself, man. Like, get a credit card. I mentioned James Blackwell earlier. He's like a multi-millionaire now. He started his recruitment agency with a 10 grand credit card in debt. So like, it's always, and this is what James told me, it's about the resourcefulness of an individual, not the resources. Okay? Like, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, then you can't. So don't let it even enter your consciousness that you can't have success that you want and deserve. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it. It's not easy. Like, I don't fucking sit there every day and like, oh, this is the best thing ever. Like, sometimes it's amazing. And like, I'm at the part of the journey now where I'm like, it's kind of 3 phases, right? You got the first phase, you got to know what to say, then you got to know why you're saying it, and then you got to be, so what, why, and who. So you got to be this person. You're like, who are you actually becoming by stepping into this world? And you've got to have yourself very emotionally stable. You get objections on your first call of the day. You can't let that drip into the next call and the next call, because everyone's a new client. Like, you've been on these calls 50, 100, some people have done 1,000 calls, right? This is their first call. Maybe it's like their second or third, but like, it's their first time like really stepping outside their comfort zone, jumping on a call, and you've got to be the one that guides them through it. So who can you become, and how can you show up and lead for these people that want to make a change? Because if you're not able to step up and make decisions in the discomfort, then how do you expect them to? So that's kind of the journey I'm on at the moment. It's sick though. It's fucking sick. Like, yeah, it's not easy, but like, it is worth it. And I'm in Medellin, Colombia at the moment. Like, just life's good. And like, the cool thing is it puts you in a position where you've got access to these other entrepreneurs and business owners. That you haven't got to do sales forever, but you can if you want. I mean, there's a guy on our team with 3 kids and he's loving it. So it just puts you in the right space, and you're not tied to someone who can tell you when you can go to lunch or when you can go home. And everyone has to be an entrepreneur or whatever. Some people enjoy the 9 to 5s, but just kind of be the one that's in control of your life. and not have anybody else do it for you. But yeah, it isn't easy, but it is worth it. Let me know if you've got any questions. Like I said, or I don't know if I did say, but I've been in 5 different mentorships now. I'm always investing into myself because you can see the clear ROI every time I do. I can, obviously, and there's different people that are good at different things. So if you want to work in B2C, so like business to consumer, or B2B, business to business, or you want to work in like a Australian time zone, you want to work in an American time zone, European, whatever it is, like, I mean, I've got the contacts if you want to ever message me and know who to go with in terms of getting that support and getting kind of to that next step. Because what you'll find is a lot of these bigger guys, you know, you're just a number to them. Again, they're too big to even handle you and, you know, give you that fulfillment. So you've just got to be careful with who you pick, especially this day, because everybody is trying to be a coach and a guru and a whatever. It's definitely not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to provide value and hopefully give you some help, because I know it would have been useful when I first started. So yeah, hit me up, follow me on Instagram. YouTube's coming every single week. I'm going to just try and drop a little bit of value like this, do the vlogs, and just show you what I get up to. But yeah, no one's getting out alive. You'll be dead in 100 years. Take risks, do what you got to do, and make it happen. Alright, peace.